Hey y'all, today is part one of two videos where I'm sharing what I purchased at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo that was held in July in Duluth, Georgia. I met up with friends. We rented a VRBO and spent several days crafting and chatting and just hanging out. And Friday morning we went to the expo and did some shopping, and I'll talk about some of the weekend a little bit later. But this one I wanted to focus on some of the purchases that I made. And this booth, I cannot think of the name of the company, but they carry mostly 49 Market and Elizabeth Craft Designs products. And it's one of the first ones that we hit. They're usually there every year because if you shop before a certain time, you get an additional discount. So we always take advantage of that. So I did pick up the Vicki Boutin paper pad, the 49 Market 12 by 12 paper patterns. Now, in a previous video, I showed you that I had purchased, I think it's called the Start Page Starts, and the laser cuts. But when I saw this in person, you know, I bypassed it and it kept sticking in my mind. So I did go back and purchase this paper pad because the designs are gorgeous. I'm not going to flip through it because I'm sure you all have seen it. And then along with that, I picked up the journaling ephemera bits. It's 112 die cut pieces. And the reason I added this to my existing laser cuts, because you get a ton of laser cuts. So to go along with this collection, I think those laser cuts would have been plenty. Plus, you know, you can fussy cut some things. But it is a good general die cut pack to go along either with other Vicki Boutin collections or any collection that you have. You can probably find a little piece of something to add on any layout because it's such a variety of colors, and it's just a lot of basic items. You have labels and little cards, journal spots, or where you can build clusters on, and generalize words. And it's just a good all-purpose die cut pack. So I added that to my purchase. Now, something that I looked at last year and bypassed, I decided I wanted to get this year, which was the Elizabeth Craft Designs planner. And they have two different sizes, and this was the larger of the two. I think the other one is called a Sidekick, and I'm not going to use it for a typical planner. I'm going to use it for some household things, some cleaning routines. I'm going to have to get organized in my cleaning life because I will be retiring, and I want to get a good routine down so I can take care of things throughout the week versus, you know, when you work full-time, you do a little during the week and then you do a lot on the weekend. So I want to be able to spread things out during the week and then take the weekends for what they are, the weekends. So, and I was just really loved how these binder rings come through the front cover. And this one has like numbers embossed on it, and I really think this is a pretty color. I do have a lot of their dies, but it's not so much as something that I'm gonna decorate and add stuff to. I want to use the templates that I have to add pages in here, basically to use it to write things in, not like a planner, because you know, I'm satisfied with just a monthly calendar to take care of things that I want to keep track of. So that is what this is going to be for. I'll put it back in the box till I am ready to use it. And let me find the dies. I did purchase dies. They had a deal. I think it was buy 3, get 1 free. So one of the things that I bought, I think this was my free item, was their card box. I had looked at this when I was in Toronto at the Create and Inspire event. They had a couple of stores on site, and I looked at this and really thought it was cool. But you have to use their memory decks cards because they have the 3 cutouts where most of them have 2. But since this was a freebie, I thought I would give it a try. It's you put it together and decorate it, so that's going to be fun to do. And so I did purchase, let's see, I did purchase this, which has the slots for the 3 cuts, because you could put this at the bottom of any card, any style, and you can make it work with anything. So you have this wave, you have this like notebook paper, you have this torn edge, you have this edge, it looks like it has, you know, some stitching on it. We have this tag, and then we have some cutouts with the holes, and then just this little label here. So if you flip it over, you can kind of see how they use the product. Here's that notebook, here's the wave, here's the little tag. And then I just bought a couple of basic shapes to go into my planner along with some other ones. So I can use either grid paper or notebook paper to cut it out, or ledger paper, because I'm gonna want something with lines. So this is just a basic, let's see, what is it called? It's the Planner Essentials 22, and it's a planner pocket top loading, so you can make a little pocket out of it, but it's just, you know, a basic design. And then I picked up the half tab pages 2 Planner Essentials 54, and here is what it looks like. So it's just half a tab. You get the zigzag. There's just some other little decorations with hearts and a tree, and I think this says shine bright. I think that's what that says. Sometimes it's hard to see unless you have cut it out. And if it's on the back of the page, I'm not seeing it, but I got that. And then I picked up the Rust and Revs 2.0. I picked up the laser cut elements because when Rust and Revs first came out, I bought the papers and the laser cut elements. And I'm going to open these up because in the first laser cut elements, there was a lot of cactus laser cuts, which in the area I live in have absolutely no need for all those cactus. So I picked up this one just to add a little bit more variety. And look, it just has some outdoor things and some grass clusters instead of cactus. Because I did purchase, already had purchased the 2.0 paper pad, or the paper pack. So I just wanted to add this to that. And then I picked up the 49 and Market Toddler Time 12 by 12 collection pack because I have a photo in mind that I really want to use these papers on, and it's an adorable collection. Some of it is geared towards children. It reminds me of the Dick and Jane style children, the little vintage children. But also the B-sides are very versatile to use on their own for different layouts, or even mix it in with some of their other collections. So I got the solids to go along with that, the Toddler Time. And then I picked up the most basic ephemera pack I could find, and this one is called the Toddler Time Ephemera Bits. It's 95 pieces. So I looked at the backs of them, and I picked out the one that had the least amount of child toddler theme. So this one had a lot of basic items in it too. You've got tickets and envelopes, and I really like this alphabet. And you know, there are some toddler themed things, but this was the one that had the least amount of like kitty stuff in it. So that is what I picked up from that booth. I did stop in the Creative Memories booth because I always look for these circle punches that you can use out of a 6x6 paper pad. Let me hold it up and make a design. And this one is called the Sunshine Mandala. And I was talking to the lady, I was telling her what I was looking for, and she said they had this one, and I said, oh, is that a new one? And she said no, it's from, well, it is kind of new, 2024, but she said this one came in a bundle, and you had to buy the bundle to get it, but they were able to get some to sell on their own, because I have it's either one or two other ones that they have that make a circle punch, and she said they haven't really made a lot lately, so I'm glad I found this. And then at the Photo Play booth, I don't really look at Photo Play online because I always go to the Photo Play booth and make my purchase there because they have a pretty good deal. So Scrappy Jenny K gifted me with some of her Fashion Dreams leftover pieces of paper that she had, because she thought it would be great for my granddaughter. And so I did look in their loose papers, and I found these two patterns. Not so much interested in the card, but this polka dot, and then this pink side, and the black stripe is on the other side, because they did not have this collection pack available. So I picked up also the cardstock ephemera to go with the existing pieces that I have, because I normally don't purchase loose papers anymore because I have a lot of loose papers that were gifted to me, which I'll talk about in the next video. And then I got this collection, Everyday Junk, which is just a good overall collection of kind of vintage and distressed pieces of paper. And then I got Midnight Garden, because I thought these dark colors is kind of moody. I love the navy in here and the maroon. So I just thought that was beautiful. I picked it up. I don't know when this came out because, you know, they don't put the dates on them. I could not find the ephemera pack for that. This one had the ephemera pack in it, so I didn't see that one there. And then I picked up this one. I haven't seen this one, and I haven't seen this one. This is Wildflower Dreams by Allison Kreft. And I just thought it was sweet and simple designs, and I picked up the ephemera pack with that. It did not come in there. And then for the purchases that I made, I got a free kit. These are 12 sheets. This is a smaller one. This is 8 sheet. And it's called In Loving Memory by Becky Moore. And it did come with the ephemera pack. I picked it up mainly for the color scheme because you can use these B-sides. You don't have to use it as a memorial type thing, just because of some of these designs in here. I think, yeah, that's it. That's all I have to show for you today. And I do want to open this one up and look at the papers if you want to hang around for that, because I didn't look at it when I bought it. I actually just brought it upstairs, and I'm just curious of the colors in here. Oh, I love the green with that. Let me make sure I'm in frame. So you get 2 of each sheet. There's a beautiful floral design in the background of that. And then here's another cut apart. Oh, yeah, I pulled the other sheet. So 2 of those. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. And we have this navy floral background. Kind of a tone on tone. Another beautiful piece is kind of like a linen type background. That's okay. I could do with that in a small amount, but it is very busy. But I love this side. Here is another floral. Love this side. And then I know I'm going to love both of these sides. I love this plaid and this floral. I really like the greens incorporated in there. And then here is the sticker sheet. So I couldn't find the ephemera pack, but we have the stickers, and we have this sheet that things can be fussy cut out of. Let's see. And this sheet that things can be fussy cut out of. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.